Have you ever seen a comeback that was so remarkable it defied all logic? Well, today we're going to talk about one of the greatest comebacks in boxing history, the incredible story of Vinny Paz. Vinny Pazienza is a name that'll forever be etched into the history books of boxing. His incredible comeback story after suffering a near-fatal car accident has gone down in the annals of sports as one of the greatest comebacks ever.
And there's the right, and Paul goes down.
From being told he would never walk again to becoming a world champion, this is an inspirational tale about perseverance, resilience, and determination that'll leave you wanting more. So join us as we take a look at Vinny Pazienza's remarkable journey back to greatness. Vinny Pazienza was born in Cranston, Rhode Island on December 16, 1962. He started boxing at the age of 10 and rapidly earned a reputation as a formidable competitor. By the time he was 18, he'd already won multiple Golden Glove titles and was being compared to boxing's greats like Roberto Duran. Pazienza went on to enjoy a successful professional career, where he became a two-time world champion in two different weight divisions. He won his first world title by defeating Luis Santana for the WBA Lightweight Championship in 1988. The following year, Pazienza achieved an even greater milestone by winning the IBF Super Middleweight Championship against Gilbert Dele after a punishing 15-round battle. His career highlights also include victories against boxers such as Aaron Barkley and Roger Mayweather, both of whom were undefeated prior to their fights with Pazienza. With 25 wins out of 27 fights, Vinny Paz had established himself as one of the greatest boxers of his time before his fatal car accident changed everything. This car accident occurred in 1991 after Pazienza had just finished his training for the fight against Lloyd Honeyghan. He was on his way back from a media event when he ran into the back of a parked truck at an intersection, resulting in him suffering a severe neck injury that left him unable to move his body from the neck down. He was rushed to the hospital, and medical professionals feared that he may never be able to walk or even move again. Pazienza underwent cervical fusion surgery, where 4 titanium plates were inserted into his neck along with 2 screws. This invasive procedure put Pazienza into a medically induced coma for 2 days, during which time doctors were unsure if he would survive or not, and slowly started to regain feeling in his body over the next few weeks. Despite being told by doctors that it was impossible and unsafe for him to return to boxing, Vinny Paz persevered and decided to resume training while wearing a custom-made neck brace.
I wanted people to know that I am okay, that I will survive this.
An act of courage and strength that stunned the world. Despite the risks, Pazienza defied the doctor's orders and started training again. He worked tirelessly, strengthening his neck muscles, which was a difficult task due to the titanium plates and screws inserted into his body. Paz also had to go through intense physical therapy sessions in order to regain full mobility and flexibility back in his neck. To make matters worse, he was required to wear a custom-made neck brace at all times as an extra precautionary measure. Yet, despite all these challenges, Paz kept on pushing forward with extraordinary willpower and determination. After months of hard work and dedication, he finally managed to resume boxing, much to the surprise of everyone around him. When Vinny Pazienza decided to go against doctors' orders and return to boxing, it was seen as a reckless move by some, especially since medical professionals had warned him that he could be risking further injury. However, Paz was undeterred and pushed himself to make a full recovery in an effort to reclaim his spot at the top of the world rankings. He started off slowly by taking part in light sparring sessions at first while wearing his custom-made neck brace at all times. As time went on, Pazienza gradually increased the intensity of his training and eventually fought his way back into the ring. Despite being advised not to compete until he had fully recovered, Paz made his triumphant return to the ring on March 15, 1992, where he faced off against Luis Santana, whom he had previously beaten for his WBA lightweight championship in 1988. The fight was an instant classic, as both men put on a show for the delighted crowd. In spite of all the doubts surrounding him prior to that bout, Vinny Paz proved everyone wrong with an incredible performance that earned him a unanimous decision victory over Santana. This comeback win marked Vinny's first major win since that horrific car accident, and provided him with enough confidence to take on more challenging opponents in subsequent fights. He went on to win 5 out of 6 bouts over the next 2 years, with victories against marquee boxers such as Barkley and Mayweather, which we said were already undefeated prior to the fights with Pazienza. By 1994, Vinny Paz had successfully regained full mobility and strength in his neck muscles, something that many thought would have been impossible after such a severe injury. And he went on to inspire countless fans around the world with his remarkable story of resilience and determination. Vinny Paz's journey is truly remarkable and has gone down in history as one of the sport's greatest comebacks ever. After his comeback victory, Vinny Paz went on to prove himself as one of the greatest boxers of all time. He fought and won 3 world titles, 2 IBF super middleweight titles, and a WBU lightweight heavyweight title. In 1994, Vinny Paz successfully beat Gilbert Dele for the IBF super middleweight title. This was his first major victory after coming back from the injury, and he cemented himself as a contender in the boxing world. His win against Dele was convincing, showing that even with an injured neck, he had what it took to compete at the highest level. Vinny Paz went on to defend that IBF super middleweight title twice in 1995 against Nate Miller and Joe Hipp. Both fights were well contested, with Paz demonstrating superior skill, technique, and endurance, leading him to successive victories against both opponents. On November 2, 1996, Paz then added to his accolades by winning the WBU Light Heavyweight Championship when he beat Eric Lucas by technical knockout in the 8th round at Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut. This was a landmark victory for Paz, as it marked his 3rd world title across 2 different weight divisions, something no other boxer had achieved before him. It also demonstrated that he was still capable of competing even as a light heavyweight, which is much higher than where he originally competed during his career before his injury. He continued to fight regularly until 2004. Where he retired with an impressive record of 50 wins, 31 KOs, and 10 losses across a storied career spanning over 20 years. Vinny Paz's remarkable comeback story is one of perseverance and determination. Despite the odds being stacked against him, he was able to rise up and prove that anything is possible with hard work. He went on to become a 3-time world champion across 2 different weight classes, something no other boxer did before him. Showcasing his incredible skills as an athlete, his inspiring journey has left a lasting legacy in boxing history and will continue to be remembered for years to come. Thanks for hanging out with us on Vinny Paz's amazing comeback story. If you had a good time, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.